many little horses as the activity to these horses. One is descending fires from the subtle to the gross creations. So 7 of them descended from the subtle worlds to the gross world. You will know all of them when you go into the cosmic fire. So we have here the horses with teeth to the upper jaw. So only to the upper jaw they have teeth, that is, they are descending from the planes of the subtler worlds, they are descending. And then automatically they became the teeth of the lower jaw also. So when the horse opened the mouth, we find the same divisions became the lower teeth also. Just it opened, the horse, and said, "Hey." So it had 2 rows. That means the life force, as it descends into the lower kingdoms, the same thing ascends from the lower kingdoms in the form of the life of the individuals. Automatically the descending fire becomes the ascending fire. This is what we call immanence, and this is what we call transcendence, or the descent of the higher principles into the lower kingdoms and the ascent of the individual souls in evolution to the higher kingdoms.
Or invocation, evocation.
Invocation and evocation. So they had 2 rows of teeth afterwards. First there were only the upper jaw teeth, and then the 2 jaws have teeth. The horses had 2 rows of teeth, so they could bite the grass. So then Gavaha means the bulls. The cow. You see, when the sun and the earth began to mate in the language of the scriptures, here is what is called the bull from the sun's activity, or the fertilizing agent of the whole creation of this earth. Fertilizing. And here is called the cow, the pregnant one, who receives the seed and bears the fruit of creation. See? So, the creative activity, that is Swara, is called the bull, and the reproductive or procreative activity of the earth is called the cow. We can take them as the positive and the negative planetary charges of the 2 bodies. So in the scriptures it is said, the bull roars. That is, produces its own expression or sound. And hearing which from a distance the earth becomes pregnant. That is how it is described. Rashabho Roraviti. That is the bull roars. That is the mantram in the Rig Veda. It is said the bull has foolish fellows, they can't even count. The bull has 4 horns instead of 2. Chatvari Shringa, that means 4 horns it has. And it has 3 heads in one of the Rig Veda mantra. Trayavasya Sirsha, that is 3 heads. The bull has 4 horns and 3 heads. How is it possible? Chatvari Shringa, Trayavasya Pada. Sorry, Trayavasya Pada. 3 feet, not heads, 3 feet. The bull has only 3 feet. It is a tripod table. Dve Sirshe, 2 heads. 2 heads, the bull. And has Saptahastasva, 7 hands. The fellow forgot that he was describing the bull. Might be. He says it has 7 hands. And this bull roars. 4. It produces the 4 timings on the beings of this earth. The sunrise, the noon, the sunset and the midnight. So it produces the 4.
It's in relation with the horns.
The 4 timings, yes. The 4 horns are the 4 timings to the beings on this earth. What we call our local sunrise, noon, that is midday, sunset and midnight. Astrologically called the cardinal points or the cross. Yourself. The cardinal points, they are called the 4 cardinal points. The first house, 7th house, 10th and the 4th house. And 3 feet. It has, the bull has 3 feet. What are the feet? It produces the rik or the trill or the voice, sama, that is breath, and then the yajus, that is the plan or mind to the living beings. It produces the breath, the voice and the mind. So it makes us walk on 3 feet. Sama. In this previous one we have described. 2 heads. That is, one the black head and the one white head. That is the night and the day as the 2 halves of the earth. And the 7 hands. That is the 7 creative principles called the 7 seers who manifest in the form of this spectrum of 7 colors.
7 rays.
Septenary.
7 rays.
7 rays and 7 scales of musical gamut. And this bull is tied down from 3 directions. Otherwise, you don't keep quiet. So, front, back, and also downward, 3 directions. That is what we call the 3 forms of fire. the cosmic fire, the electric fire, and the fire by friction. So it is tied down in three places. That's why we have the threefold perception. That is the perception of the first person, second person, and third person. Objectivity travels through three directions, three steps, and also we measure time in three divisions: the past, present, and future. Whereas the division is not there, we understand time in three directions. This is the bull, which roars, and the cow becomes pregnant. That is, the creation of the earth is filled. So they have produced the cows also, like this. Gavo Aja. Then sheep. They have produced the sheep. What are they? Sheep. The beginnings of the year. They have produced the path of the earth around the sun, and they gave the Aries as the first symbol of the beginning, the sheep. And you have the bull and the cow as the other symbol. And then the goats, the symbol of Capricorn, where the sun rises to the Devas. And they have produced the horses also here. The place where the horses are found, it is called Sagittarius. So they placed all the animals and beasts around the path of the year. They made the year god and divided into the various beasts. And first they never produced Aries. First they produced bull, and then they produced the Aries, and then they produced the goat, Capricorn. First they produced Sagittarius. So they started with Sagittarius, they came to the bull in the reverse wheel, and then to Aries, and then to Capricorn. They ended with Capricorn. So the creation started in the path of the equinoxes, or the reversed direction, and the living beings began to travel along with the planets in the opposite direction, that is from Aries to Taurus, like that. Of course this is for those, only for those who know astrology. Since we have like this, the living beings began to travel in the direction of the planets, whereas these are created in the opposite direction. And for those who follow the mundane path of creation, you have the first order. Their horoscope travels from Aries to Taurus, etc. For those who are initiated into the Deva kingdom and the helpers of Deva kingdom, which is called the hierarchy, the wheel is reversed. That is, their horoscope travels from Taurus to Aries to Pisces, like that. So you have to refer to esoteric astrology of Alice Bailey for this. So the circus is ready for tomorrow. They will show us how the game goes.